It is post-match pint. Liverpool 3, Southampton 1. I've got Gav Doyle from Day Trippers. I've got Phil Blundell from Hightown. And we are looking at what was... Gav, you just sat down and said it. What you said was, it all should be routine. But there wasn't a lot that was that routine about it. But then it still eventually is quite routine. It's what should happen. Liverpool 3, Southampton 1.
Yeah, like, so routine, but not routine. Like, you go one up, you think, that's game over. Like,
that's the ball game.
I'm thinking how long it is from Anfield to this place. And then we decided to give Ward-Prowse a free kick and he puts it in a good area. And then, yeah, it just felt, I was sitting beside the guy and we went, this is so routine, isn't it? And then Alisson makes 3 saves in about 4 minutes. And you're like, well, it's not really, but we got there in the end. Look, it's a game before the World Cup and we win it, and that's all that really matters at this stage.
It is all that matters. Just on that patch of... Alisson makes one of the best saves I've ever seen at one point. It is one of the best saves I've ever seen. He's called into action twice and we should have had a penalty, and that's from 60 to about 63 all this occurs. And I turned to John next to me on 60 and I went, tell you what, been quiet this first 15 of the second half, and which is what you wanted. And then all that happens and then it just went dead quiet again, and then he made one of the best saves you've ever seen. It is both routine and not routine.
Yeah, there was a save. He made one save at someone's feet and then we broke. And how Salah does not get a penalty. I could sort of accept the not giving him the penalty as a general thing. But about 2 minutes before that, he gives him one of the softest free kicks against him that I've seen possibly ever. And it might not have been soft, but if it was the other way round, he's got no chance of getting it. Yeah. But he still gave it. So that is the rules he's playing to. And then 2 minutes later, Salah's through on goal. And there's a little bit of contact. He goes down and he just goes, nah. What? And what's the... There's no consistency in this. It's ridiculous. I feel like it's a ridiculous thing to complain about from the match as a whole, because I thought it was quite enjoyable being 3-1 up at half-time. I don't really remember the last time we were 2 goals up at half-time and sort of comfortable. It feels like it's quite a while, but it was fun.
Yep.
I enjoyed that bit. But it just really annoyed me how the game is potentially framed by stupid double-standard dickheads.
It's a fair point that Phil makes on the fact that he's forgotten the fact that literally last weekend we were 2 goals up at half-time.
Yeah.
But
I mentioned Anfield,
obviously. We'll park that. There is... It's just nice to do it to you, Phil. It's just nice to do it to you. There is in it, Gav, just on the goalkeeper. May as well do that bit first then, because he makes 2 really good saves low down at feet. Yeah. But the one from the header is genuinely one of the greatest saves I've ever seen in a football ground.
Mate, I'm in the lower Kenny, right? I'm probably halfway between the halfway line and the box. And when it gets swung in, I don't know who heads it. But I'm genuinely waiting for someone. I'm waiting for somebody to pick it out of net, because he's so close in. He's helping the ball on, and you're thinking it's so low to the ground. I'm literally waiting for Joe Gomez to pick it out of the net, and we're going to have a dodgy 20 minutes, where it's like nerves are gone. And somehow it lands, I think, James Milner's feet or somebody. I can't even remember. Someone's feet, and they clear it, and I'm like, no, he's genuinely kept it out of the net. And I turned to the guy beside me and I went, has that really happened? And he went, mate, I don't know, because whatever angle we were looking at, we were both we were literally, kind of going, oh, fucking hell, like, it's going to be one of those, end where it gets really angsty, but it didn't. I don't know how he does it.
There was a gasp of appreciation followed by a standing ovation for the save, Phil, which I thought was... he doesn't even get his name sung properly, and I don't think that's a criticism, because firstly, the game was still ongoing, but also secondly, I think everyone was just... You just had the standing ovation, you'd had the gasp of appreciation. I can't think of a save that's almost been immediately respected quite as much. I think the game situation helps. The fact that it's Southampton helps in a weird way. The anxiety is not quite as present. But people were pairing. It was one of the greatest saves I've ever seen.
I think it's rare. The thing about the appreciation is it's rare you see a save that is that good. And I mean, that good. As soon as you see Che Adams hit the ball in, I think it's from Walcott, is undefendable. I don't think there's anyone
we stand off him a little bit, because I'm right beside Walcott when he crosses it.
But the ball's really good quality. He does really well to win the header, and he angles it the right way, heads it down. He does. I mean, if you could have paused time and said to Che Adams, what do you want to do with this header? You'd have basically said, I want to put it there, and the goalkeeper somehow managed to do it. I thought it's easily the top 3, 4, 5 saves I've ever seen. I can't immediately think of one that was better, but it was astonishing. You just sort of look at it and go, I don't really understand, and this is, you'd rather your goalkeeper didn't have to make saves, but they do, and when they do, you see stuff like that, and it's outrageous how he gets the ball. And it's not even like he manages to, he just pours it back into the 6-yard box for someone to tap in either. He manages to get it clear. Like, it's astonishing.